Hello everyone, my name is Asher. I am adjusting my mic. Why didn't I do this at first? My name is Asher and welcome back to MSU in Minecraft. Puppy is here as per usual. Say hi, Puppy. Close enough. Okay, so we are still working on what is it? Yeah, the Animal Farm, and I don't mean the book. I guess that's what we can talk about, but we're still talking about RWBY, and I forget where I stopped last time. Let's see. Okay, we need to make like 2 shovels. Okay, we have room for 1. Let's see. Oh right, we can just put the cobblestone in here. Perfect. Now we can have another shovel, and there we go. Okay, so we were talking about RWBY. Let's see, where did we leave off? I can't remember. Let me adjust the mic again. One thing, this mic picks up a lot of all kinds of sound. So let's see, what did I leave off? I know we were talking about RWBY. I explained Team RWBY. I explained Team Juniper and their semblances, RWBY and their semblances, Team Coffee and their semblances. Okay, I guess we go to Cinder's faction. So, Cinder's faction. Now that I think about it, like, what was their team name? If it's Cinder, Mercury, Emerald, and Neo, Team... You know what, I'm not even gonna say it. You guys can figure it out. I mean, that's kind of terrible to think, and that's an unfortunate name. I mean, it works in the RWBY universe. Like, I mean, it's the color white. Oh, that's just awful. Mouse, Carrie, why would you do this? I'm not going to blame Monty on this at all. I blame Mouse and Carrie entirely for that one. That is an unfortunate name. Okay, so let's start with Cinder. Cinder is right now the Fall Maiden. It's kind of fitting because her name is Cinder Fall. You know, she's the Autumn Maiden. She stole the power from Ember. Let's see, okay, we are definitely full. Okay, there's water here. Okay, what I want to do, I want to expand this way as well. So let's do that. Puppy, as per usual, always wants to jump down with me. Why do you always do this, Puppy? Okay, dog's always loyal to his master, but yeah, okay. So, I don't know if Cinder even has a semblance to begin with. Does she have a semblance? I don't know. I mean, one of her abilities is that she can make weapons made of glass. But I think that's more to do with the fact that she's a maiden. Rather than her having that semblance. Let's see. Yeah, also we do not like Cinder, not only because she killed Kira, she shall not be forgiven for that, but also she's just not a good character in the show anymore. Like, she's the lamest villain in the show. Like, okay, how lame can Okay, I need to think of something that's extremely lame. Oh yeah. Ooh, okay, what about this? Antonia Brown trying to do something decent and non-clown like. I mean, he's lame. I mean, he's lame for the fact that I don't know what he did. Honestly, I forget what he did. But it is practically being a clown at this point. And I mainly say that because I see the chisel on this channel. Well, mainly for the football commentary. Because it's hilarious. Collect all this dirt. And the sad part is, Antonio Brown, he can actually use his name in the world of RWBY. Can you believe that? Because his last name is Brown. But anyways, we're not talking about a football player accused of X, Y, and Z. Okay, no, we're gonna put stuff in here. What are we gonna put in here? Oh, bones. Why did I think of that? So let's see. Cinder, so her abilities. Also, we all saw the whole fight with, you know, Cinder versus Raven. That right there, that's, I mean, in my opinion, that's one of my favorite fight scenes in the show. Like, I know a lot of people would probably think differently, but in my opinion, I absolutely love that scene. Okay, so we've done a Cinder, and you know, let's see. I wish RWBY on a whole was done with Cinder. I mean, seriously, she's like the worst villain in the show. Like, not even non-RWBY fan. I mean, she was important before, but now it's like sad. I mean, seriously, why is Cinder trying to even get all that power in the first place? That's a question that needs to be answered. I mean, I love the stuff that Eruption Fang that he says. It's not wrong. Like, those are questions that genuinely need to be answered. Why does Cinder even want the power in the first place? I am low on health. Not health, hunger. I have wheat here, right? I have a golden apple, but I'm gonna save that for later. We can put some of this back. And this as well. Some more spruce logs. Oh, wait, we have wheat. I think 3 wheat is a bread. So we can just do this. Okay, we got 2 pieces of bread. Awesome. Okay, we're full again. Okay, let's go to Mercury Black. Okay, let's also go back to Cinder Falls. Cinder. Oh, no. Mercury Black. Seriously, sound effects, Minecraft. Sound effects. Mercury Black. Semblance. We don't know what his semblance is. His semblance was taken away by his dad, which is sad. Apparently, Mercury's dad can take other people's semblances, which, if you really think about it, is extremely overpowered. Like, he'd taken away a vital piece of someone in the world of RWBY. So, like, that's, like, extremely scarred. Okay, let me tell you two something. I'm gonna make, like, KFC and McDonald's out of both of you. Okay, good. I don't know what Mercury semblance. We don't know what Mercury semblance is, and honestly, because they told us in Volume 6 that Mercury used to have a semblance, and now he doesn't anymore because his dad took it away from him because his dad thought that he wasn't even worthy of his own semblance. I mean, in my opinion, everybody's worthy. In the world of RWBY, everybody's worthy of their semblance, no matter how lame and weak it may be. I mean, look at Klein's semblance, for crying out loud. His semblance is multi-personality. He can just change his personality at will. At will. With the color of his eyes. So, I mean, one thing we do know that Mercury's definitely a trained assassin. We've seen them kill people in the show. Specifically, what's that one guy's name? Something bookstore. That Faunus owned that bookstore. Completely forgot his name. Wasn't really a guy to remember anyways. Let's see. So that's Mercury. He's a very good fighter. Like, I forget his fighting style, like incorporates like fighting and dance, which is pretty cool. Cred, we need another one. Okay, let's hop back. Okay, you know, let's organize this a little bit more. Okay, so like we know where the dirt is. Okay, we can put the cobblestone in here. Okay, perfect, and we can make 2 more shovels. Actually, no, we're gonna make a 3rd one. Where's the iron? Okay, we just need 1. Good thing that zombie we killed yesterday gave us an extra iron. Okay, so let's move on to Emerald Sastrai. So, Emerald's semblance is 1, very overpowered. She can make people see. Okay, her semblance is illusions, I think. She can make people see things that she wants them to see. But the thing is, she can only really do it to like 1 person at a time, because if she just tries to do it to more than 1 person at a time, she gets a headache. As we've seen at the end of volume 5, she managed to do it to like multiple people, and she basically blacked out. So her semblance is just overpowered. Also, she's also probably a trained assassin as well, kind of. I mean, before she met Cinder, she was like a bank. She was just robbing people out of nowhere. Let's see. So that's her. And finally, Neapolitan. We don't know if she has a last name. And yes, her name does work because Neapolitan refers to the ice cream where you get strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla, all in one, and that's basically her color scheme. So, Neo semblance. Wait, what's Neo semblance illusions? I mean, Neo can do illusionary stuff as well, but unlike Emerald, for Neo, I think her stuff like shatters into glass or something like that. I know that's the best way I can explain that, because right now it is the best way I can explain it. Okay, let's see. We have Roman Torchwick. He's dead. Yeah, we saw at the end of towards the end of volume 3, he got swallowed up by a grim while trying to kill RWBY. And Roman never had a semblance. He was a really good fighter, but apparently his semblance never manifested. But knowing RWBY, they're probably gonna do a RWBY and bring him back somehow, like they did Penny. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am happy that Penny is back and everything. Although they could have given Penny more emotion, because, you know, back in season 3, Penny literally died. Sorry. Yeah, Penny literally got killed. Let's see, who else? Okay, so that was the whole Singe faction, which is just a small piece of Salem, of anything involving Salem. So let's just go ahead and explain everybody and see on Team Salem. So let's start with Hazel. I forgot his last name. Hazel's semblance is pain suppression. He can make himself just not feel pain. But just because he doesn't feel pain doesn't mean he isn't getting hurt. Like, he's practically the living embodiment of Linkin Park numb. Because no matter what you do to him, he can literally just not feel it. Let's see. We have Tyrion Kalos, the murderous psychopath. So his semblance, he can fully drain someone's aura in an instant. And that in itself is extremely dangerous. You can do that and then you can just properly kill someone. But then again, Tyrion is a murderous psychopath, so that kind of sort of suits him. Let's see, we have Professor Watts. Arthur Watts. Does he even have... No, I don't think they showed his semblance yet. All we know about Watts is that he used to be a scientist at Atlas until he did something and basically got himself exiled, and he also faked his death. Have I heard that story before? You know any stories where people have faked their deaths? You know any stories where they fake their death? None come to mind? I mean, technically, Juliet from Romeo and Juliet, I mean, she drank that thing, it wasn't actually poison, it just made her look dead, but then she woke up.
Yeah, I put it in a deep sleep.
Okay, you know any other stories, like, where people have faked their deaths? No? I'm trying to think of one, but nothing's coming to mind. Okay, so apparently Professor Watts, he designed all the technology stuff in Mantle. Real tale, either one will do. I was just talking about one of the characters from that show, RWBY. Like, he used to be a scientist where he was, and then he apparently did something illegal or whatever, and then he faked his death, and people thought he was dead for God knows how long. Okay, well, enough of Tyrion. Amy Macpherson.
On May 18, 1926, Canadian-born evangelist Amy Simple Macpherson disappeared while swimming at the Los Angeles beach. As rescue weeks passed and Marcus returned up in Mexico, claiming to have gone off the course of fleeing with the kidnappers. The kidnapping story seemed shady and was investigated as possible fraud. However, it was unresolved until Marcus's actual death in 1940.
So Amy Macpherson, she apparently supposedly drowned and then turned up in Mexico.
She said apparently they kidnapped her.
So before she could properly drown, they kidnapped her. Okay, I don't know how believable that one is. Let's see, who else in Salem is there that I didn't mention? What? Tyrion, Hazel, Cinder. Okay, that's basically it. And then we have Salem herself. She doesn't actually have a semblance unless creating Grimm counts as a semblance. Okay, long story short, she's basically the main evil of the show. And how did she come to be? So, before Remnant existed, before Remnant became Remnant, Salem used to be a person, and before there were semblances, people could just apparently use magical abilities willy-nilly, like whenever they wanted. Some backstory like that. She was stuck in a castle, and then Osprey came to rescue her, blah blah blah. Classic fairy tale storybook stuff, and then Osprey got sick and died. Salem tried to go to that creation god thing and try to bring him back to life. Wake me up inside. You know, this stone shovel should do the trick. And let's see, what else did she do? So then she went to that destruction god guy, trying to bring him back to life. He did do that. Okay, and then those two pretty much kept bringing him back. Dead, live, dead, live, dead, live. Then his brother explained, then the creation god guy explained the whole situation, and then Oswin's dead. You know what, I'm not even going to go into so much detail into that. So blah 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 blah, Salem can make Grimm. I think the worst kind of Grimm that there is, and even though they're not that strong, the worst type of Grimm that probably is there is the apathy. And my goodness, I remember that episode. They're just very fortunate that RWBY got her silver eyes to work at like the exact right time. Because let's be honest, those guys were probably gonna turn into some kind of kebab barbecue. Speaking of which, like, what? Like, what happens when the Grimm... Do Grimms... actually, yeah, Grimms eat people, basically. I mean, they ate Romans, so they probably do definitely eat people. Let's just collect this coal. Ha, flint coal. Okay, I guess we can go to another team now. Let's go to Team Funky. Yeah, the name may not sound like color, but apparently it has to do... Team Funky has to do with, like, disco stuff. Yeah, something along those lines. Apparently, that in itself alludes to color. So, yeah, it has to allude to color. That's the other rule that I forgot. So let's see. We got the running gag of the show. Hold on, do we have it? Flint Coal. Yeah, that's basically based off like this running gag that Rooster Teeth has. You know, Flint Coal for some reason. It started out in Minecraft, basically. So his semblance is Killer Quartet. He can make like 3 duplicates of himself, and they can all like play music at the same time. His semblance is kind of weak. Then we have Neon Cat. Her semblance, I forgot what her semblance was. Let's see. We have Ivory and that other guy. Yeah, so Ivory and I forgot what the other guy's name is. So those two are basically a take on like the whole dress thing. So one is white and gold and one is blue and black. I mean, I find that creative. Okay, we only need one. Oh wait, we don't even need to make one. We have this other stone shovel right here. We can just use this. Okay, I think the next team we can talk about is Team Cardinal. They didn't really have that much screen time, aside from, well, Cardinal's the one who really had any type of screen time. Relevant screen time, that is. So we have Cardin Winchester, I forget the other one name, Dove, and, wait, Cardin Winchester, I forget the other one name, Skylark, and someone else. Long story short, that team's basically based on birds. Okay, we're getting some eggs that we're immediately gonna throw away. Let's see, does it turn into anything? Nope, and nope. Oh wow, 2 minutes left in this episode. And let's see. Well, I can, you know what, I can just extend this episode. Team Sun. It's literally 3 S's, and then, you know, we can just use this chest to fill up, and just fill it up with dirt. So yeah, Team Sun. We have Sun Wukong. Semblance via sun. He can make light copies of himself. The downside to his semblance is that it rapidly drains his aura. Yeah, it kind of stinks. Actually, it's a pretty useful semblance. It's just that sun has to stay very still when using it. So it's not a bad semblance, but it's a semblance with drawbacks. Let's see, we have, who's the next person on their team? Scarlet David. I don't know if he has a semblance. I think he's based off Peter Pan or something. And then we have Sage, Ayana. I honestly don't think he has a semblance. And then our favorite waterphobe, our favorite guy with aquaphobia and very bad aquaphobia, Neptune. Yeah, I don't think they ever really showed his semblance. Okay, I can just. I just matrix that dude. Seems to be underground water somewhere. Let's see, so that was Team Sun. It's not really a long description because we only really get screen time with 2 of them. And what other team is there? There's Team Indigo. I don't remember any of their names. And Guess we can just talk about some minor characters. So let's go to the Schnee. Oh yeah, there's the water. I guess we can start with the Schnee household. So we already talked about Weiss. So there's her older sister, Winter Schnee. Please remember that in the Schnee family, their semblance is hereditary. So basically, they have the same semblance, and that is extremely rare, like a hereditary semblance. That is like very rare. That's very special. Not everyone has that. So their glyphs, hereditary semblance. There's a brother Whitley. He obviously has not unlocked that semblance because, you know... Oh look, another iron bar. That is just very convenient. Yeah, Whitley doesn't fight. He's more or less like his dad. He's... You know... Yeah, he's just like his dad. I mean, right now, I don't know what's gonna happen with Whitley. I mean, his dad. I mean, the father guy. He's arrested now. So, what are they gonna do now? I mean, we know Whitley's sad. We have Willow Schnee, their mother. So she, just like the other two girls. Well, basically that's probably where the semblance comes from. And by probably, I mean definitely. And then we have Jacques Schnee, the father. He only married into the Schnee family just for the Schnee name. Man, you have to feel... Yes, move please, thank you. Oh no. Well, you know what? We needed food anyways. You know what, guys? I'm gonna end the episode right here. We'll continue next episode, so bye.